9 huge Emmerdale spoilers for next week. Hey there, Emmerdale fans. Get ready to buckle up because next week's episodes from April 1st to April 11th are about to take us on a wild ride. From simmering feuds reaching boiling points to unexpected proposals and courtroom showdowns, the drama is about to hit fever pitch in the village. I'm here to spill all the juicy details on the 9 huge spoilers you can't afford to miss. But before we dive into the excitement, make sure to hit that subscribe button below so you never miss a moment of the action-packed drama. Let's jump right in. Here's a full collection of 9 big moments coming up. 1. Kane destroys 3 air fryers. Ruby and the Dingle family are at an all-time high. Ruby, desperate to win over the Dingles, decides to take an unconventional approach by showering them with gifts. Her weapon of choice? Air fryers. Yes, you heard that right. Ruby manages to get her hands on a job lot of air fryers and starts distributing them to the unsuspecting members of the Dingle clan. But is this her genuine attempt at making amends, or is there a more sinister motive behind her generosity? Meanwhile, Kane, ever the tough guy, remains skeptical of Ruby's intentions. Despite her efforts to play nice, Kane refuses to let his guard down. In a bold move to assert his dominance and send a clear message to Ruby, he takes matters into his own hands. Armed with a sledgehammer, Kane decides to show Ruby just how serious he is by destroying the air fryers one by one. But will this act of defiance finally make Ruby take him seriously, or will it only escalate the feud further? Stay tuned to Emmerdale to find out how this clash of wills unfolds. 2. Caleb makes his choice. Ruby resorts to Plan B by organizing a family gathering at the Woolpack, but Kane is annoyed when he realizes that he has been tricked into attending. As the pressure mounts, Ruby gets drunk and serenades Caleb during karaoke. Kane remains frosty towards his sister-in-law, but Caleb shows whose side he's on when he steps up to defend Ruby. It's a heart-warming moment for Ruby as she finally sees that Caleb is committed to her. 3. Nate spots Caleb fall ill. In the heart of the village, Emmerdale's Caleb faces a sudden health crisis, leaving him writhing in pain and desperate for assistance. As the severity of his condition becomes apparent, Nate, a witness to Caleb's suffering, is faced with a moral dilemma. Despite the animosity brewing between them due to Caleb's role in the breakdown of Nate's marriage, Caleb's pleas for help tug at Nate's conscience. Will Nate find it in himself to show compassion towards the man who caused him so much pain, or will resentment cloud his judgment in this critical moment? As Caleb's health hangs in the balance, the unfolding drama raises questions about forgiveness and empathy in the tight-knit community of Emmerdale. With emotions running high and past grievances resurfacing, Nate must grapple with his own feelings towards Caleb while making a decision that could have life-altering consequences for them both. Tune in to Emmerdale to witness the gripping twists and turns as Nate navigates the delicate balance between vengeance and compassion in the face of adversity. 4. Rona's trial takes place. Rona's trial takes a dramatic turn as manipulative Gus twists the narrative to his advantage while giving evidence. As Rona anxiously watches her chances slip away, her defense lawyer steps in to challenge Gus's credibility, casting doubt on his supposed good character. Meanwhile, Vanessa prepares to take the stand, determined to fiercely defend her friend. However, as the prosecution's questions probe deeper, Vanessa finds herself walking a precarious tightrope, with the potential to stumble under the pressure. When Rona finally gets her moment to speak, the courtroom is thrown into chaos as she loses her composure and confronts Gus head-on. In a moment of raw emotion, Rona's outburst leaves her questioning whether she's done more harm than good to her case. As the tension mounts and the jury's eyes remain fixed on Rona, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Rona's emotional outburst sway the jury in her favor? Or has she inadvertently sabotaged her own defense? Emmerdale fans won't want to miss a moment of this gripping courtroom showdown as Rona fights for her freedom against the odds. 5. A debate breaks out over Rona's actions. Paddy tries his best to distract April from Rona's predicament by taking her to the Woolpack. This proves to be a poor decision, as the punters at the pub start debating over the rights and wrongs of Rona's actions. This leaves April worried that if Rona's friends aren't even in agreement over her behavior, she stands no chance in front of the jury. Later in the week, as the jury heads off to deliberate, Rona's future hangs in the balance. 6. Charles proposes to Manpriet in the quaint village of Emmerdale. Charles finds himself at a crossroads when Claudette suggests that his chances of making a favorable impression on the new bishop could be enhanced if he were married to Manpriet. This notion plants a seed of doubt in Charles's mind, prompting him to consider taking their relationship to the next level. As he grapples with the idea, Charles subtly hints to the bishop about his intentions to propose to Manfred, hoping to solidify his standing within the church hierarchy. As the week progresses, the anticipation builds, as Charles finally takes the plunge and proposes to Manfred in front of a gathered crowd at the Woolpack. However, the joyous occasion takes an unexpected turn when Manfred feels pressured to accept, sensing the weight of expectation from those around her. To add to the drama, Gail inadvertently spills the beans to the entire poop, announcing the couple's engagement to the surprise and delight of the onlookers. But amidst the cheers and congratulations, the question remains, will this union be built on genuine love and commitment, or will it crumble under the weight of societal expectations and pressure? Emmerdale fans will be on the edge of their seats as they await the fallout from Charles and Manpreet's whirlwind engagement. 7. Tom tries to drive a wedge between Belle and Vinnie. In the picturesque village of Emmerdale, tensions rise as jealousy rears its ugly head in Tom's heart when he notices Belle's growing closeness to Vinnie and their furry companions. As Belle finds solace in the company of Vinnie and the dogs, Tom's insecurities bubble to the surface, fueling his feelings of resentment and inadequacy. Despite his attempts to mask his envy, Tom struggles to contain his emotions as he watches Belle's affection shift towards Vinnie and their shared bond with the playful pups. Meanwhile, Vinnie steps up to offer Belle a helping hand by volunteering to care for her beloved puppy, Piper, while she tends to her duties at work. However, tragedy strikes when Vinnie is forced to deliver the devastating news that Piper has inexplicably vanished without a trace. As Belle reels from the shock of losing her cherished companion, Vinnie grapples with guilt and sorrow over his inability to protect Piper. Will this heartbreaking loss bring Belle and Vinnie closer together, or will it drive a deeper wedge between them as they navigate the tumultuous waters of grief and uncertainty? Emmerdale viewers will be glued to their screens as they witness the emotional fallout from Piper's sudden disappearance and its impact on the relationships within the village. As Belle worries about her dog's safety, her friendship with Vinnie reaches breaking point, just as Tom had hoped for. 8. Billy makes job plans. Billy finds himself at a crossroads as he contemplates his future career path while reveling in the joys of new fatherhood. With a newfound sense of purpose and determination, Billy sets his sights on a career as a personal trainer, eager to pursue his passion for fitness and well-being. However, as he embarks on this new journey, uncertainty looms over how his decision will be received by his wife Dawn. Will she support his aspirations? Or will Billy's career spark tensions within their relationship as they navigate the challenges of parenthood together? Adding another layer of intrigue to Billy's career ambitions is the looming presence of Kim, the formidable matriarch of the village. As Billy sets his sights on becoming a personal trainer, speculation arises over whether Kim will voice her opinion on his career choice. With Kim known for her outspoken nature and penchant for meddling in the lives of those around her, could her influence sway Billy's decision or add further complications to his already uncertain path? Emmerdale fans will be on the edge of their seats as they await the unfolding drama surrounding Billy's career aspirations and the impact it may have on his relationships with Dawn and the formidable Kim. 9. Carrie causes problems for Susie. Carrie finds herself faced with a difficult decision as she grapples with the idea of parting ways with her cherished diamond necklace. Despite its sentimental value, Carrie acknowledges that it's time to bid farewell to the precious heirloom, perhaps to alleviate financial burdens or fulfill a promise made to a loved one. As she weighs the emotional significance of the necklace against the practicalities of her situation, Carrie's resolve is put to the test as she contemplates letting go of a piece of her past to pave the way for a brighter future. Meanwhile, the pressure mounts for Carrie as Susie, perhaps a relentless voice of reason or a source of external pressure, urges her to honor her commitment to contribute to Matty and Amy's wedding expenses. With the weight of expectations bearing down on her, Carrie finds herself torn between her desire to support her friends and the practicalities of her own financial limitations. As Susie's insistence grows stronger, Carrie must confront the reality of her situation and make a decision that could have far-reaching consequences for her relationships and financial well-being. Emmerdale fans will be riveted as they witness Carrie's internal struggle and the ripple effects of her choices on the dynamics of the village. As we wrap up this exciting journey through the upcoming Emmerdale episodes, it's clear that the drama is only just beginning to unfold. From explosive feuds and unexpected proposals to heartbreaking losses and career aspirations, next week's episodes promise to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. As characters navigate the complexities of love, loyalty, and personal growth, The stakes have never been higher in the picturesque village of Emmerdale. So be sure to tune in and catch all the action-packed twists and turns as the storylines unfold. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and behind-the-scenes insights into your favorite soap opera. Until next time, happy watching.